Shalom. Shalom. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. It's your man, Prince Moshe. Your hostess with the mostest. Like, share, and subscribe. Yeah, so, it's as they say, early bird get the worm. So you got to be up with the birds, you know what I'm talking about? They be chirping and singing and giving praise to the Most High Yah. And, that just fuels me to get myself up, and give them praise, and get on the move, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, my message is like, dealing with this Jezebel spirit. See, I'm starting to realize that, my profession and my confession of Hamashiach is the reason why, I suffer so much affliction. See, I did a video prior to this, and I don't really be posting it because sometimes I know people not gonna like what I have to say because, I'm Mr. Controversial. Anytime that you are bringing forth the word, it convicts people. And people don't like to be convicted. People like sitting in filth. They like dancing in the dark, you know what I'm saying? And they don't want to come out of the darkness. So if you are bringing things to the light, then, it angers the demons within them. I'm starting to understand this and see this. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, when I was younger, my dad came and picked us up one time, me and my brother. And when I got out the car, he asked me, what did I want to be? And my answer was, I wanted to be a pimp. Hey, look. So, you know what I'm saying? He told me, that if I want to be a pimp, that the first key to being a pimp is charm, right? But, a lot of times when people see your potential, because my first bitch was a hoe. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my language. But my first bitch was a hoe, so the game chose me. But, you know what I'm saying? The Most High Yah also chose me too. So, he allowed me to be green and to be naive so I wouldn't get myself in a heap of trouble because, pimping and pandering, man. Whoo! Them some heavy charges in human trafficking. Whew. Them some heavy charges, boy. They throwing away the key for human trafficking. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look. So, because it's a Jezebel spirit too. But I told my dad that, and, he gave me one of the keys. But, you know what I'm saying? My mama's side, my mama was a hustler, you know what I'm saying? So, my daddy was a pimp. You know what I'm saying, was a, something like a pimp, and my mama was a hustler, you know what I'm saying? So I took after my mother's side, right? But anyway, I'm saying that to say all this, is that they don't show you the dark side of pimping. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I got locked up, you know what I'm saying? I went to Red, they screwed me over. Sent me to the pen, right? You know what I'm saying? Because up under the contract was a 5-year, you know what I'm saying, contract deferred. That was the contract. You know what I'm saying? But, when you don't have nobody protecting you, you know what I'm saying, they'll violate your rights. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, they sent me to a community yard in Elk City. You know what I'm saying? I was the youngest on the yard. I was 17. You know what I'm saying? But I knew a pimp, a real pimp. And his name was Mac. Him and his son was on the same yard. You know what I'm saying? They was out of Burns Flat, Oklahoma. Mac and Toby. And you know what I'm saying? I don't got nothing bad to say about them, but you know, it just like this host asked Bishop Don Juan on his show to be the worst pimp or your best hoe. He chose to be the best hoe. So a lot of times when you ain't got no hoe, when you ain't got, you know what I'm saying, no bitch, that's just like if you ain't got no product, then what you gonna do? You see what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying, your bitch is your product, right? So, now, if you ain't got no product, then you gotta get out there and get it yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, usually in a dope game, you know, they'll make what's called bouillon. You know what I'm saying? The fake stuff, right? Excuse me. I'm just trying to get this point across, YouTube, so don't ban my video or sweep it under the rug. But they'll make bouillon, the fake stuff that, you know what I'm saying, and then they'll go out and sell that and get their money, then they go get some real, right? So it's just like the same thing with pimping. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go sell your own ass so you can get your bread right, because see, pimping is a flashy game. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have your pimp tools, you know what I'm saying? Your jewels, your clothes, your cars, you know what I'm saying? Because women are attracted to the glitter. You see what I'm saying? And that's what draw them in. But it's a manipulating hustle. You know what I'm saying? With the Jezebels, because it's manipulation and deception and all that involved. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's a play also on, you know what I'm saying, a woman's, you know, these women out here who got daddy issues, you feel me? Who didn't have no father in their life, or mother, or that was putting, you know what I'm saying, they prey on the weak. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, my dad told me, he was like, man, I didn't want to be no pimp because, you know what I'm saying, he had a little pimp partner, and they used to go down to Lawton, Oklahoma. You know, because, you know, Lawton got a stroll down there. You know what I'm saying? It's one in OKC, too. You know, it's one in Flagstaff. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the devil be trying to groom you, but the Most High be having other plans for you, right? So anyway, my dad told me that the reason why he didn't get in, my daddy had a yellow Broham Cadillac. You know what I'm saying? The little short ones, you know what I'm saying? Clean. You know what I'm saying? He always thought he was a player and a pimp, you know what I'm saying? Wore the Kangos, everything, you feel me? And but I'm saying that to say that, you know, they don't tell you the dark side about the pimping, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, you know, nowadays glorifying it, saying they're a pimp. Nigga, you don't even know what no pimping is, you know what I'm saying? You ain't never been down to no hoes, holeless and doleless, you know what I'm saying? And went and sold your ass, you know what I'm saying, to get your money. You know what I'm saying? Because you see, you your best hoe. You know what I'm saying? Rain, sleet, or snow. You see what I'm saying? You got to get it on the go. It's come and go. You know what I'm saying? Cop and blow. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, you going to lose hoes in the game. You know what I'm saying? Niggas going to knock your bitch in the game. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's called. It's called knocking. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, if you ain't putting down, you know, your development, you know, correctly, then you subject to lose that bitch. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? She want to go where it's good at. You know what I'm saying? Where the winners is. She want to be in the winner circle. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look. But I ain't no pimp. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying that everything that glitters ain't gold. See, they don't never tell you the dark side of the things that you participating in. They don't never tell you about, you know what I'm saying, how if you got over 5 grams of work, you know what I'm saying, crack cocaine, educational purposes only, that, you know what I'm saying, that's trafficking. You know what I'm saying? That's why they call it a trap, because it's a trap, man. You know what I'm saying? They get you, you get involved in it, you get trapped, you trying to keep a thou wow in the game while your homeboy snitching on you. You know what I'm saying? So, man, the streets is dead, the game is over with, man. You know, do something constructive. You know, go back to school, get a trade or something. You know what I'm saying? You know, you ain't gotta go get no degree or nothing, but yeah, they don't tell you. That's why when people be talking about they pimps and all of this, and man, I be like, the nigga ain't no pimp. You ain't never sold your own body. So how you a pimp? You know what I'm saying? Because real pimps, you know what I'm saying, when they ain't got no hoes, you know what I'm saying, they on the go. You feel me? That's why you'll hear some of these cats say, I ain't no pimp. I'm something like a pimp, but I ain't no pimp. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? We got to stop fantasizing. You know what I'm saying? These things that people, you know, that TV and music, that these people is being paid, you know what I'm saying, to put out in the world for us to hear and listen, and then we want to be like that, like we want to be like, you know what I'm saying, Old Boy in New Jack City. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to be a big dough boy. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what they putting out. You know what I'm saying? We living our life through TV and music. You dig what I'm saying? Instead of living our life the way we should live it. You know what I'm saying? Walking our life in the light, and how, you know what I'm saying, the Most High God are with some integrity. If you don't know God, you dig what I'm saying? So you always have to know the real aspect of things before you get into it. Because, see, they don't tell you about that time when you get that trafficking time, and they give you, you know what I'm saying, and that's federal. They give you 15, 20 years. Fed, you're going to do every bit of 18 years in the feds, buddy. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying, all that glorifying of this game and stuff, man, y'all need to put that down, man, and come back to reality. And understand that, you young. You go do that time if you want to. But I'm telling you, boy, you know what I'm saying, having to wake up when somebody tell you to, having to go eat when somebody tell you to, having to be around a bunch of men, you know what I'm saying, and you probably gonna get graped in there. You know what I'm saying, majority of you, especially if you know what I'm saying, because ain't no guns in the penitentiary, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, you gonna have to fight in there, real talk, you know what I'm saying. You know, so you have to just, you know what I'm saying, as a youngster, man, because your daddy didn't teach you to look at, have a panoramic view of everything. You know what I'm saying? Nobody is telling you, you know what I'm saying, the pros and cons. Yeah, it look good. You know what I'm saying? It look good, you know what I'm saying, when you run around here popping and spitting the lingo. You know what I'm saying? But they'll never tell you that, ooh, that time, boy. Hey, that time is crucial. And then, hey, look, they'll be in there, you know what I'm saying, and inside like it's cool, and get back out and do the same thing, get cracked again. I don't know about you, man. I just ain't trying to do no time no more. I'm good, you know what I'm saying? You young, you got your youth, you can go do 20, 30 years. I can't, you know what I'm saying? I'm done. The game is over, you know what I'm saying? The streets, I ain't gonna say the game is over, the streets is over. You know what I'm saying? The street game, the street life, you know what I'm saying? It's over. You know what I'm saying? Yo, we gotta try to look and do something good, something better, you know what I'm saying? Something that's, you know, don't come with all them problems, you know? Hey, but yeah, I just wanted to say that, man. You know, you gotta understand that everything that glitters ain't gold, man. They just showing you the glittery side of the game, you know what I'm saying? But you go talk to some real pimping. Go talk to some real pimping, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? See, that's the problem with a lot of you cats. Y'all coattail ain't never been pulled. That's why I ain't tried to pimp. I'm too old for it. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't raised in that game. I was raised in the D game. And I wasn't no good at that because nobody taught me either. So you got to have somebody teaching you these things if you're going to be in them games so you can know the rules. It's rules to the game and everything. But if you don't know the rules and you just out there, you know what I'm saying, in the streets without the rules, then you going to lose. You see what I'm saying? So, with that being said, man, shalom, peace and blessings.